Hello and welcome to Us's Lounge. I hope you enjoying this program, my vlog. I've been telling you about my life journey since I embarked on my freedom agenda and how it led me into a discovery that got me to a depressive state. And last time we spoke about Let There Be Light after the confrontation I made with my darkscape. And today, before we carry on with the topic for today, I would like to invite you to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends and loved ones. Today, continuing on where we left off last week, we spoke about Let There Be Light. We spoke about my prayer, my call, my plea, following on from my spiritual, religious background. I went into digging into the Bible, Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 to 4, where it spoke about God creating the world, and he said, let there be light, and he separated the darkness from the light, creating day and night. And I felt like I couldn't see the light. I couldn't see the light he created. I could only see darkness, although light was all around me. Darkness was consuming me inside. And following on my prayer, my call, my plea, begging for some light, as you saw in the images, I was really praying and hoping for the end of 4+ years, a season of depression, a season of darkness. The answer to my plea for light, my personal plea for light, after a long season of darkness, of deep inner darkness, it came with a personal revelation. It was actually an out of ordinary experience, and this was the genesis of my additional senses. This experience, this out of ordinary experience, it began, as you know, with my deep quest to discover the purpose of my existence. At this point, I had left everything, my corporate career, and I was seeking for something deeper. There had to be a deeper reason for existence. It wasn't just chasing money, chasing wealth, chasing power, working from before sunlight to after dark, and I needed something more fulfilling. And I felt like I had to answer my call to adventure. I had to discover my purpose, the real purpose for my existence, because I believe we are a higher being. We are not just like the animals. Yes, we're a human animal, but I feel created in the image of God. According to my belief, there had to be a purpose to my existence, and I had to answer my call to adventure. It was going to be an adventure because it was going to be a new path I was taking. I didn't know what it was going to entail. I didn't know what the future held. I had uprooted my life from what I was used to, from my career, what I had worked over a decade to get to. But I felt this was going to be a revolutionary transformation of myself. And I had to accept this call to adventure. My search for meaning was set in motion after abruptly uprooting myself from the rat race. After, as I said, almost a decade, with good strides made in my corporate career. But a year into this adventure, early signs of withdrawal were swiftly followed by the feeling of regret, of shame, and hopelessness. I felt completely lost, without a compass to direct me to my North Star. Your North Star, I read the book about my North Star, And that I got to understand is the star that leads you, directs you to where your purpose lies. It is your destiny, technically. And following that North Star would lead you to a place of complete fulfillment. And I felt like I had lost that compass to lead me there. And I was full of regrets, shame, hopelessness. I was having early signs of withdrawal because I felt this adventure was only leading back to where I was trying to escape. I was trying to escape the darkness, the consuming darkness. I was searching for some ray of light. But a year into this adventure, I felt hopeless. And revolutionary, instead of the revolutionary transformation of self I was seeking, and the answer to my deep quest, I was lost all over again. Every path I set foot on was deceitful. It was initially disguising itself as the key to my purpose, and I fueled it with lots of passion, lots of optimism, only eventually to be rewarded with misfortune. And as the frustration and disappointment mounted, one turn after another, it led me to the darkest of the night sky. Again, to the consuming darkness. And this was the repetitive pattern of my life. Despite the consuming darkness, this time I was armed for a fight. I sought for inner strength from the depth of my soul. I could not give up so easily, not until I found my own life redeeming elixir. It's been way too long. I couldn't give up so easily. I had to follow this deep quest, this call that I had ignored for so long and still led me to a disastrous and depressive state, almost ending my life. I was not going to give up the search. I searched amidst the darkness for my lost compass, at a point almost out of breath. My spirit was willing, but the pain was now unbearable for my body. I was ready to kick the bucket. I may have even seen my own death, but somehow I was resurrected by some potent force emanating from within, thrusting me out of the night. Not only figuratively, but also literally. I felt this saying, this proverb that goes, just before the sun rises, the sky is at its darkest. Not only figuratively, but literally. I related to just before the sun rises, the sky is at its darkest. I was at the darkest of the night sky. But suddenly, I woke up fully conscious of my surroundings, and I was lying at home on my picnic blanket on the deck of my patio. This day, a remarkable day, the out of ordinary experience, back to it. It was just afternoon on a winter Sunday, a very cold Sunday afternoon. I will never forget this day. I felt very warm, which was odd because it was the middle of winter, cold July, one of the coldest months in winter in South Africa. And I was lying on my picnic blanket, and I recall being out on my deck in search of sunlight. But I soon realized this odd warmth I felt was the sun directly glaring on me. The sun glared directly on me. And when I tried to open my eyes, squinting due to the blinding light, you will see the image, one of the images in this article, this blog article at usserslounge.com. You will see a woman sitting up, startled by the sunlight. The sun rays were overwhelming. It was consuming. Finally, some light. My instinct was to close my eyes. I wanted darkness again, all over again. Light was glaring on me, sunlight, the sun glared directly on me, but my instinct was to close my eyes, to protect myself from light. I had been consumed for so long in darkness, but my eyelids wouldn't budge. Instead, my pupil dilated further to take in some of that blaze, that much needed blaze. Now, in a hypnotic state, my eyes were gazing into the sun. Fully captivated by the colors of the rainbow, I saw the colors of the rainbow. They were radiating from the continuous rhythm of the energy of the sun. It was a pulling force. My eyes dilated further as much as my instincts were telling me to close, protect yourself. You could be blinded by this light, this blinding light. But I was fully captivated by the light. And even better, I saw beautiful colors. The colors of the rainbow were radiating from the sun's continuous rhythm. As you know, as I already said, I was brought up in a very spiritual home, a Christian home, and the Bible is my first point of reference. So I will quote Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 7 to 8. It says, "Truly the light is sweet and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity." My days of darkness was very long, a whole season of 4+ years, going on 5 years. But I saw the light, and truly it was sweet, and it was a pleasant thing because I beheld with my eyes the sun. I lost part of my vision, obviously. When you look into the sun for so long, your pupils fully dilated, you are captivated by the colors in the rainbow. Not everyone gets to see the colors of the rainbow in the sun. Not everyone gets to see the radiating continuous rhythm. I lost part of my vision for a few weeks, but my eyes had beheld the sun, and I will forever be engulfed by its stark brilliance. A day I will never forget, a Sunday in the cold winter on my deck. I would never forget that experience. And I lost part of my vision, but it didn't matter because the light, the blinding light, was now fully, the energy of the sun had possessed me. And I had finally, that lost compass, searching for my North Star, I finally found my compass. And this was just the beginning of my journey to spiritual enlightenment. This is a true story, my encounter with the Son. And I hope that the lights, the blinding lights, the engulfing lights that I finally found, I hope if you're struggling in the dark, if you're struggling with depression, mental challenges, mental illness, I hope you find your lost compass. I hope you would be engulfed by light. You'll be captivated. You would be pulled in by natural light, the light that is surrounding us. Not even the man-made light fixtures, but the true light that gives us energy, that rewires our brain, that completely purifies our mind and shows us who we are, takes us to our North Star. I hope today that sometime soon you find that light. Because once you find that light, darkness, that blinding light, darkness would disappear. It will be gone because life changes. The journey of enlightenment begins. I hope today you've enjoyed this episode. And if you have, please like, please subscribe, please share. And until next time, I leave you with a huge blinding light bulb. I leave you with love. I leave you with peace and tranquility. Till next time, bye bye.